Right, Val Yap. Finally, we managed to catch up after so many times of trying to make this happen. Well, for the rest of you who don't know who this beautiful lady beside me is, her name is Val Yap, founder and CEO of PolicyPal. And today we are sitting in 71 Robinson Road, WeWork's headquarters, where you guys are situated.
Yep.
And I love this place because of free booze. So Val, thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, and apologies for multiple changes, and I'm very great that we are together this evening to talk about, crypto or insurance.
Well, for PolicyPal, it's really hard to divide the both of them up because it's insurance as well as protection for the crypto world. Right? Just to give you guys a bit heads up on what we're going to talk about today. So, there's been a lot of hacking going on. People have been losing money. Hell, I've lost money through scams as well, And for people like us who really consider us full-timers and in-depth into this scene, we do get scammed from time to time as well. And have you wondered, it would be really cool if you have some insurance coverage on this. But the question is, who would insure such an asset, right? Or what about those people out there who are unbankable? You don't get protection at all. And now we're going to use the philosophy, the principles of blockchain to actually reach out to as many people as we can to bring them into this circuit. It's very inclusive, so I kind of like it.
Thank you. We're working to make that happen. So our team just launched a blue paper recently. It was just last month, and the blockchain protocol that we are working on will be pushed forward by 3 months, and the testnet will be launched next month. So far the development has been pretty on track, or even faster than what we expected, mainly because as everyone knows that the market is going through a really cold winter. The focus is a lot on the product development, the business use cases, the partnership. How can you actually ensure that whatever the projects that have raised are able to execute and get the product out in the market for the token holders or the community out there. So it has been exciting, and at the same time, it helps us to speed up because we're very focused now on just product. And partnership rather than non-stop rah-rah. I think early this year there's a lot of rah-rah non-stop of which is the most hype project, which one we should FOMO in. Now it's really focusing on what are projects doing something real in the ecosystem.
But to raise 23,809 Ethereum in a year that is supposed to be bad for ICOs without having a complete product, that's quite an amicable feat, I would say.
Oh, thank you.
What's your kind of strategy? Were you afraid that you couldn't raise the amount because every ICOs around you were just collapsing?
We did it at probably earlier timing, so we did it in early March. Pretty lucky.
Which market was...
Market was falling, but we raised the pre-sale in late January. That was oversubscribed and was completed in 3 days, which helped us.
I thought it was 23 seconds, sold out in 23 seconds.
So pre-sale was done in 3 days, but the crowd sale was done in 35 seconds, So it helped us because the pre-sale part, we got the right partners to come in, and the crowd sale was done after Chinese New Year. We could have done it earlier, but in between there were Chinese New Year, so people were on vacation before Chinese New Year, and everyone didn't want to work for the 15 days post that we had to do the KYC process. So very thankful that we managed to complete the sale.
I would imagine it would be kind of frustrating on hindsight. On hindsight, of course, it's successful, but when you were there trying to raise funds, because in the crypto world, the success of a project is based on how much you raise in the ICO, right? I know it's shallow as it seems, but that's kind of how reputations are being built. And with all the holidays around the corner, how are you feeling?
Back then we were like, I wish there's no Chinese New Year, but there's no perfect timing. It's best that we plan ahead and prepare before the potential winter comes. So we didn't know when it was coming, didn't know that it was going to be so soon. But because we have an existing business as well called PolicyPal Singapore, so we've been working quite closely with these two companies. We want to ensure that like everything done on the PolicyPal network is also done through a proper lawyer. So there was some like follow-ups required, because I started the preparation of PolicyPal network last August. I remember it was during National Day.
1 year anniversary.
Yeah, it's the 1 year anniversary of preparation. And then it took a while. And last year there were not many ICOs to learn from. There were like 10X, Kyber, Omesigo, DGX Global. Yeah, about that. Then only this year, early this year and late last year, especially December period, it suddenly became so hot.
So timing is everything in the crypto world. And also the other thing that I would imagine is, something as simple as insurance. You would think that that's not a very complex solution to think about. Like, if you just look at all the situations that are happening in the crypto world, you look at how many unbanked people out there, putting insurance on the blockchain seems very logical. But what made you the right person to lead this charge and not say an incumbent like AIA or a Great Eastern? If they want to come up and challenge you and they say, we have all the money in the world to throw into this project and be a competitor, why didn't they start that? What do you think?
Good question. So before starting PolicyPal Network, we have an existing business called PolicyPal Singapore. So I started it, basically I just wanted to solve the problem of the really archaic industry of people keeping a policy on paper format. I just wanted to digitalize it, help people to have access to their documents whenever they need it during emergency. So from there, and then evolved to becoming a broker by entering the sandbox, working with 16 insurance partners. So with the experience, I know the challenges and also the opportunities in the space. The challenges is that as a broker, you are basically the middle person of insurers and the consumers, right? The thing is that it's still very slow. Every time I send an email, do a call, follow up. So there's all this back and forth communication. So what the opportunities is that understand both ends what they need. So I decided that instead of us forever staying as a broker, let's look into new technology where we are able to serve a bigger market. So being based in Singapore, very fortunate. I think recently we just published a news, an article together with the National Day thing about why start a business in Singapore, right? So the good thing is that infrastructure is there. You have the regulators to support everything. Yeah, but what's the biggest challenge is the market size is very small. So having tested it here as a good case study, how can we actually reach out to bigger population? And then within our neighbors, big opportunities in Indonesia, Thailand, even slightly further away will be Philippines. All these people have practically no insurance at the moment. 90% of them are not covered. How can we reach out to them? So I did quite a lot of studies last year before starting PolicyPal Network, because I was exploring what if we gotten our insurance broker license there, are we able to help with the distribution of products and also the data that we collect from the consumers, how can we help them to reduce the premiums other than just collecting for nothing, right? So we decided, work on this decentralized insurance protocol so that we are able to create new form of products through a mutual pool to reach out to a bigger mass. And why not distribute through an agent? Why not say the big companies, seems like advertising for them, AIA or AXA. Why not they come out with it? I think it's that most of them have the agency force, and there's this term called channel conflict in the industry, is that they don't want to have any channel conflict. So if, let's say, a product is being distributed by the agent, it shouldn't be distributed online. It should have a different type of products. So we see the opportunity to be able to create new form of products that are a lot more modular, smaller form of protection, but straightforward. and those can be underwritten through an automated underwriting process by consumers or like community or like you whatever you call it, to be able to share the data with us, and then we can automate the process of policy inception so that they are able to receive very simple product like pure term life policy. Anything happen to this individual, the family is protected X amount of dollars. So currently, those products are now priced as a huge big pool by the insurers. Therefore, the risk is slightly higher. So loss ratio will be higher. Therefore, the premiums will definitely be higher as well. So by launching this mutual pool, we are able to group people of similar profiles together so that they are able to insure one another. So basically, it's a product that is underwritten in-house, but then we are able to help pool the risk. So there's no central party taking on the full risk. So the premiums-wise will be a lot more affordable.
It sounds that the algorithm to calculate all this for just a single product is immensely complex. Is this something, because I'm not from the insurance line, so I don't know, but is this something you created from ground up, or something that is already out there and you just repackage it?
Good question. So the products that we're launching are the much more simpler ones. We already launched it with a German insurer. So we can do it as a standalone product as well. It's called the travel flight delay insurance. Basically, if let's say your flight is being delayed more than 4 or 6 hours, we pay you a like sum assured. Yeah. So it's a very straightforward product. Underwriting wise, we have to take the historical data, and we have to work on that. So other than the travel flight delay, there are other products which is on a pipeline, like say life insurance, personal accident. What else that we are working on? Not review too much.
Yeah.
So end of this month, we're going to launch a new product that is serving the crypto space. It's very similar to. I wouldn't say similar. Like in the current market, a lot of people are very worried about hacking incidents. So that's something that we're working on. So end of this month, people are able to get the protection by paying PAL tokens to get themselves covered for that.
What if people start abusing this and declare that they hack themselves and then decide to claim against you in the very early stage of the business? Wouldn't you run a risk?
Definitely. So of course, we need to validate the claims. So all the clause, policy wording clause, and how to file the claim will be available online. So the product that we're launching end of this month would require this kind of follow-up, because it's basically against exchange hacking. Because exchange hacking today is still a very, very big issue, and other than big, I don't know how else I can describe that, because last month I think there were like 3 exchanges being hacked, and 100 over million worth of tokens were lost. So people are just really looking for such product. But other than them looking for such product, how can we trace back? It's either we collaborate with the with the exchanges and work out together with them, or we go B2C. So we serve the consumer straight away. By serving the consumer straight away, we need to make sure that we get the right documents whenever that's claimed. So the challenge here is that all the big exchanges are too big. I don't know, like last time people called the banks are too big to fail, but now I think exchanges are really too big. So we've been following up with them. They'll progress, but it's not as fast as we hope to. So we're a bit more aggressive now. We're going to B2C. So end of this month, the product is going to B2C. So customers are able to buy the protection. But while they want to file for claim, they need to show the process that they need to show the proof and documents that they already purchased the tokens from these exchange, etc. So a bit of follow-up. But the second product that we will launch, which is probably in 2 months' time, is that it will be connected through an oracle to third-party information to automate the claims trigger. So that one, our customer will not have to follow up like manually. So Some products, I have to say that you still, unfortunately, have to follow up manually, but some, because of like the ability for us to get connected to the third-party trusted information. So I say if it's a weather-specific type of insurance coverage, we're able to connect through the Google weather stats. So this way we are able to do the claims automation. Same for potentially like price volatility, all this kind of products. We are able to give us quite a delightful customer experience that you don't have to deal with the manual claims processing.
Which is a pain point right now. And Val is also a Forbes 30 under 30.
Thanks.
Huge deal, along with some of the other greats, Justin Sun as well, right? Also,
yeah.
in the same league. So, that guy from Tron. So, is there a lot of pressure on you to uphold that sort of success titles? And I bet in any business, when you're successful, you're going to have your rivals. You're going to have people who love to hate.
Yeah.
Share those stuff with us. We want to hear the dirt on that, because we heard a lot of insurance, we heard a lot about the technical stuff. Now we want to get personal with you. Like, come on, there must be some stories that you got to tell.
Yeah, definitely. So very fortunate to be on the list. I just attended the Forbes Summit 2 weeks ago, and I saw Bobby Bao from Monaco. He's also on the list. I had the chance to actually discuss about like what we're working on and how can we actually get Forbes to do more with the blockchain and crypto space. And Forbes just launched a Forbes Crypto. Yeah, so that's interesting. So back to the topic of rivals, I have to say that having competitors, I won't call them rivals, but having competitors is a good thing. It means that you're in a space which is very attractive, in a space that's huge enough that people want to come in as well. Because if, let's say, I'm in a space where there's no one else, it's either I've dominated the market.
That's a good thing to me.
Or you are in the wrong space. We've been seeing people like doing something similar. But I think that it's more of helping to educate the market. Yeah, because everyone out there is not able to dominate the whole, like say, talking about insurers, there's AIA, AXA, Prudential, Sompo, all different ones. Even in a small country like here, we have 20 insurers already. So why not have, touch wood, hopefully no 20 PolicyPal. But you get my point, right? So it's more like helping to educate the market. Other than that, I think sometimes people tend to ask, have you seen this particular company? How you're different? Why you're better? So I would just bring them back to the point of like what we had achieved for the past 2.5 years. There's still a lot more to do, but this is our track record. So if you've seen our track record, it's about whether you believe in the team that we're able to deliver more moving forward.
And it's also too early to say who is better and who is not. It's only been a year, and most of the projects have been out only barely 18 months. In fact, there's this whole idea of being market leader. They used to have this, as an entrepreneur, you want to go like, being a market leader, go in first. But this thing is not exactly true. It's about who can sustain the longest, being consistent in what you do. That really makes a difference there.
Yeah. Like finance, everyone knows that finance came out like last year, September. They are the top in the space now.
Goodness. How are you taking this crypto winter right now? Like, what do you feel about that?
It's very cold. That's why I'm wearing a jacket.
Are you invested in it? Are you invested in crypto? You got to be, right? You're in crypto.
Yeah, of course. And our team are all very vested, and we all have our team allocation, and nothing is being touched. And of course, we do hope that we break through this. On top of that, to learn about crypto is about buying it.
Yeah.
So I got in last year.
What do you buy first?
The first one I got was Ethereum.
Okay, fair enough. This is a good starting point, Ethereum.
Then I got Bitcoin, other coins before getting into the ICOs. Kyber just did their sale that time. So I learned from getting into the space.
So what's the one thing that you learned? I mean, you created an ICO. Obviously, there must be some plan or strategies in your head that you were trying to avoid. Seeing how ICOs were, I mean, last year was still okay, but were there any pitfalls that you were actively avoiding? Like you didn't want to go down that direction?
We're very clear that we want to stay as a utility token. Yeah, because because we want to build the decentralized network to power the network. Mm-hmm. So that was something that we are very, very sure. So even though we had to probably revise the white paper a couple of times, we took extra effort to make sure that we check with the lawyer, and we also notify MAS that we're doing a sale. Of course, I have to say that we're not regulated on the PolicyPal network, but we did notify them as a courtesy. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you grew really fast. Your team started off in a small WeWork office, hot desking.
Oh, so actually we started in 2016 at Bash, Block 79. Mm-hmm. It was basically just 2 desks. Mm-hmm. And then from there we grew to 6-man team. 6-man team for 1.5 years. That was the time that I really enjoyed. Of course, I love it now as well. But the time was a really small team. Things move very fast. Yeah. And I like to keep the team lean because everyone is very hungry, get things done quickly, as well as everyone is very aligned. It's
a very startup mentality. I love it. Yeah. It's all very lean and common vision.
Only until towards late last year, we started growing the team more because we know that we definitely need more manpower, especially in preparation for the ICO. So we moved a couple of times because we've been through a couple of accelerators. So the first one was because we were in Startup Bootcamp FinTech. That was in Bash. Then after that, Income Future Center also in Bash. Then we moved to Block 71 to go into PayPal Incubator, so moved to Suntech. And then finally, we outgrew the space. Realized.
So you moved so many places in all in 2 years?
2.5 years. So from Suntech to Big Center, and then here.
And this is going to be a while? Or still thinking about moving?
Depends.
Okay, so we've heard about PolicyPal, your roadmap, the very technical stuff about how things are going to get executed, which is very important because when you look at how things are done, this is where we actually pick whether a project is going to actually succeed or not by actually looking at a founder having a proper finger on the pulse, because everyone can come up with an idea, right? you get sick all the time. I need to overwork and not enough rest. So we've come to one of the final parts of this segment where we're going to give you your airtime with the audience out there. So you got 30 seconds to say whatever you want to say.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. It was a great opportunity to share about what we have done so far. So do join us on our Telegram, so PolicyPal.network. Join us there because we are going to be releasing our new product called the Crypto Protect Insurance end of this month. So it's end of August, in case you're watching it later on. End of August 2018. So another thing is that our testnet on the protocol is going to be out next month. So anyone who are holding PAL tokens who have registered for early Supernode registration get extra incentive. We'll be running our second round of registration very soon. So please do look out for our updates on the Telegram, Medium posts. Other than that, we are also opening up the masternodes details end of this month as well. So please do join us, and I look forward to sharing more with you online.
Well, that's it from Val Yap from PolicyPal. You heard it from the lady herself talking about her experience building the PolicyPal ICO, going through it, and now looking at the future and how she handles her competitors. Okay, all that and more, you're listening to us live on Rock the Block with me, Eugene Tay. Tune in again next week, like, subscribe, and share this video with all your friends. Don't get left behind.